Why'd you like him over there? Why? I don't get it.
Just cause, bro. I look good over there, bro.
Look, I look good everywhere. So I don't mind if you want to switch. That's a nice shirt. We should flip it. We should take out the ice cream, put something in the place of it, leave the background. Let's get active. Prada Jones instead of paper planes. Come on, man.
You get sued for doing shit like that.
You know?
What?
Bro, the whole T-shirt industry is that.
Yeah, and when they
You think that don't exist?
When they catch that ass,
that's not copyright.
Why isn't it?
It's not.
Are you kidding me?
You're flipping the whole thing.
You're not flipping the whole thing. You took a piece of the image out and you replaced it.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. We're ready?
You're the type to.
Oh. Well, episode number whatever, it only gets better.
Only gets better if you getting clever.
Yeah, so we came unprepared today. We don't even know what we're talking about, but we know it's going to be money, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think.
It better be money.
I'm letting Prada take charge today.
Nah, for real.
I'm going to make it an awkward first 30 seconds.
Hey, it's not awkward at all. I just put it on you. So how you been doing, bro? It's been like a 3-4 days since I seen you. What's going on?
I've been great, actually.
Yeah?
No, for real. I've been great.
Nah, you hit me up. You started going crazy with all this content ideas. I'm like, who is this guy?
On a Sunday.
Who is this guy?
I went from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday. No food, 3 bathroom breaks, absolute concentration.
What were you on? Like
I'm
fruits? Veggies?
I've been eating much better. I will say that.
Okay.
I've been taking a black seed oil.
Okay.
I feel like that might be, I don't know what's going on, but I gotta, even right now, usually by the time I sit down, I feel heavy on the head, like I'm done up.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to go.
You're wired.
I'm ready to, yes.
It's good.
I'm ready to go.
It's good.
Yeah, I did 9 to 6 nonstop on a Sunday. That was my plan. I wanted to take off on a Sunday, but I felt good, man.
I take off no days, bro.
I get it.
And you guys be looking at me like, why is he like that? Like, when I'm excited and I'm motivated and I'm into it, nobody else is into it.
Well, you know what? If you're excited and motivated, your days off don't feel like it's like torture when you take off because you want to be doing something. Yeah. So taking a day off means you don't like what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm with my daughter, that's taking a day off.
You got to. You have to at that point.
Yeah.
Even then, I still find myself peaking at work.
Right. But I miss that feeling. I only get that feeling when I'm passionate about what I'm doing.
So you haven't been passionate about what you've been doing in the last 24 months?
Hell no.
What's the change?
Well, there's moments when I am because I could use my creativity to add to what's going on.
Okay.
I'm really not passionate about it. I'm passionate about what the end result.
So what is it that you actually do now that you're not passionate about? Because I don't know if everybody knows who you are today versus who you were yesterday.
I'm a different person every day. I am. This is the hardest question. You know what I hate? This is a good conversation now. You know what I hate? When we out and someone comes up to me, man or female, man or woman, and says, oh, so what do you do? That is literally the hardest question you can ask me.
Yeah, serial entrepreneurs don't like that question.
I didn't know what to say. Also, certain things I say can sound janky and not professional enough. So based on, and I'm going to keep it real, I kind of prejudge the person who's asking me based on how you look.
Then you give them the answer?
Yeah, based on how you're dressed and how professional you seem or how cool you seem.
Okay.
I'll give you that answer.
All right, let's go through that. I'm coming through. I got the suit, the 3-piece suit on. Hey, Mr. Porter, what do you do?
I own a creative agency that helps entrepreneurs become iconic brands, and I help brands create iconic content. That's not the suit all the way. That's slacks with a button up. If you're all the way suited and booted, I invest in real estate.
Yo, you're wilding. So you're saying that the the digital agency, the marketing agency, the social media business is not good enough for the guy or the female in the.
I'm saying not that it's not good enough. Everybody needs it, right? The biggest company, trillion dollar company, Apple, whoever, right? Mm-hmm. I'm saying humans don't interpret. They interpret things different. So when they see me say, creative agency, like, what do you do though? What is a creative? So like the big dogs who I do parties for, in their head, creative agency goes in ear, out the other ear. They don't say, oh, tell me more. If you say, oh, I invested in real estate, tell me more. Whether I am or not in that moment, we have enough going on. But no, we got enough going on that I might be able to make a call to you or somebody else on the team, attach them with something, and make money off of that move.
Nah, for sure.
Like, I don't even know what a creative agency is.
For sure.
You understand?
All right, and then finally, the person that's just in average clothes and just, hanging out or whatever. You might meet them at a little party or at the bar. We're just chilling. Hey, Porter, what do you do, man?
I'm a master of ceremonies for 20 years. I host the ball dropping for Times Square on New Year's Eve. I'm an entertainer. Okay. I have a song with Pitbull. Okay. I'm just I like to entertain people, make them laugh, and make a whole lot of money while I'm doing it.
All right.
When I say that to the money guys, they say, "Oh, that's great," but there's no other conversation going forward because it doesn't. They can't do anything.
Like, all right, cool. Or you make music,
right?
Or you're a rapper,
right? That's the last thing I would ever say. When I was rapping, I would never say I'm a rapper.
Yeah,
if you knew, you knew. But that's not. I don't know. That's not cool to say.
Yeah, I
unless you're at a certain point.
Yeah.
But then if you're at a certain point, you don't have to say anything.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. I guess at a certain point you could grow your hair too, because I see all the rappers growing their hairs.
That's the new wave.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have the Prada Jones do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it real. You're the only person I know personally that has these wacky hairdos.
Wacky?
If you're watching this on YouTube,
you want to step back? Want to step back a second?
What?
And run that back?
It's a wacky hairdo.
It's not wacky.
You wear wacky hairdos.
Not
I don't mean it in a bad. I'm not saying whack.
It's not whack, nor is it wacky.
Wacky.
Nothing involved with the word whack describes my do.
So what made you do the do?
What makes you do the do? Listen, man, you got to step out the box. I'm not traditional. I'm not your average. You know?
I don't know. I don't know anybody that does that do. Maybe downstairs.
Who's downstairs? Who's downstairs?
Fabrice.
Yeah.
Fabrice. I think, but he doesn't do it like, it's still dreads, but it's still, the way he put it together is more a traditional vibe.
Fabrice wears his dreads long.
Yeah, that's
Fabrice pulled me to the side. I was like, who does your hair, bro?
Yeah,
because I am the king of the dudes.
Right.
Only other person out there that I know that got the dudes and could compete with me is Wale. It's the only other brother.
No, it's fire. Maybe there's a better word for wacky.
Super fire.
It's fire.
Yeah, you gotta fix that.
Yo, how often do you get that done?
Depends on what's going on. Could be like twice a month. Could be once a month.
Oh, I thought it was more often.
I just keep the shape up. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's tight.
Yeah.
Ah, man. But so when you're out in the club, or not in the club, forget the club, when you're out in wherever you are and someone asks you what you do, what do you say?
It depends too, but I don't have 3 layers of mine or 3 tiers. It's just, listen, well, I'm going to step back. What I used to not like and what I don't like anymore is when you associate me strictly with credit repair. Like, oh, Prada Jones, the credit dude. Or the credit guy, or the credit repair person. I'm way more than just credit repair. Not to say credit repair is like a low tier thing, but it's just like, it's so much more to credit repair that I do that gets you to the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I like to be known for. So
funding.
Funding.
I like funding.
I like funding. Funding is amazing. If I had to choose one, it'll be that. Like, I'll tell people I give them access to capital.
I think funding is better than saying real estate. Because funding funds everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. You know what I didn't realize? And I love this space, that all the real estate investors need me.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
I talk to so many of them. I don't care what level they're on, unless they're like doing super big buildings. And even then I could probably facilitate something. But for the most part, if they're fixing flips, they need me.
Yeah, because, most of them, their entire life, even though I know some people have thousands of doors, their entire life, they only have the money that's from the building they're working with at that time.
Sure.
They don't have funds they could do anything with in any direction.
Sure.
So when I tell them about you, they're like, how do you get the money? I don't understand. You could just walk in a bank. I'm like, you have $5 million and you didn't know you can go use somebody else's money?
Right. Absolutely. All the guys are like, they try, and then I'm trying to figure out how do they get the first down payment money to start all of these different housing projects? Like, where did you get the money from? Because that's where everybody skips, and that's why I focused on that, because it's like, oh yeah, I got 20 flips in this year. Well, where did you start from?
Where was the first $55,000?
Right. How did you get that? So, I mean, most people in that position, they work hard, or they save their money, or, you know, they pooled money together, or they got private money. But no one talks about leveraging the credit to start.
Right. So I want to talk about that. And I want to back down a bit. Yeah. Sometimes, even though I'm supposed to be the average man here speaking about these credit terms and funding terms,
right,
I realize through comments on social media and YouTube and all that, can we get into the mind of an average person that has a job or even has an LLC and makes, you know, $49,000 a year and they're happy through their LLC and everything? How do they get out of being average when it comes to income? And in your opinion, it's a double question. What is average in your opinion? Because we know the average is what, $55,000 a year?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, that's like the
I think
median
it's lower,
average.
actually. Yeah.
Is that the household or is that?
That's per.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, how do you get out of or over to the mindset of there's more, I can do more, or I can get more with putting out the same amount of energy. I'm just focusing my energy in the wrong direction.
And we're talking specifically in funding, right? And getting access to capital?
No, because I actually think that's the second step. When you asked me how I was feeling, and I was like, I've been feeling terrific. It's not just the black seed oil.
Okay.
It's, I have a clearer vision of where I'm going. I have a clearer vision of where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a result, my mind's opened. I'm happy about what I'm doing because I know the end result.
Before I can answer that, you got to step back. How did you get a clearer vision of where you're going?
I don't know.
Because you've been hanging around the millionaires. Yeah. I can't say you've been eating right, because you've been eating borderline. You know what I'm saying? The muscles is one thing, but you know. But for me, I would say being around the right people, being in the right environments, speaking to the right people, eating right, working out, like that type of stuff will put you in.
I definitely double down on the working out.
Okay.
Like double down. So hitting the gym is what I used to do.
Yeah.
And I still do that 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
But now I added running 3 miles twice a week. I added in the hot yoga twice a week. Because we only got one of these.
It's the temple.
Right.
Yeah.
So you said what? Being around the right people?
Right. Sure.
Right?
Eating right, working out.
Right. So I think being around the right people is the tremendously big one, right?
Yep.
Being the right person is, to me, the first step. Because being the right person, becoming the person, even your mindset, seeing what people you should be around in the first place, realizing that, understanding that, and like it just opens. Like I don't see like, okay, I'm around these guys, and as a result, I'm gonna move like they move, get what they get. It's like, yo, I'm around these guys. As a result, I should be making more money, but because I'm me, I'm gonna be me within this pack. I don't have to follow the pack or follow my guys. I can go back and forth with them. I could work with them, make money with them. But yo, I'm him too. We're all him. And if you're him, you got to have your own pack. And when you start seeing it that way,
I feel you. I definitely feel you. But
we're having a problem with that, Cameron? Okay.
It's tough though, bro. It's tough, man, because everybody is influenced one way or another, right? So you don't know who you are. Right. To be honest, you'll never really know who you are unless you're just sitting by yourself. You're a monk or something. You in the Appalachian Mountains or something. One of those situations where it's just like it's just you and your thoughts for the next 5 years. Then maybe you can figure out who the hell you are, because there's nobody working on you. But when we're out here in the field, it's either you on this side of the track or this side. You either get into it or you're not, or maybe you're watching everybody else do it. Like you're trying to figure out. You could be in the middle, I guess, but. Well, long story short, bro, if you're rolling, man, and that's who you are. That you rolling with the big dogs, you're gonna be influenced by the big dogs. So by nature, you're gonna want to be a big dog. You know what I'm saying? It's not you just sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm around the big dogs. I'm gonna try to figure it out for myself. And no, you can't. If I come through every day the way I do, we're hanging, you seeing what I'm doing, I see what you're doing. By nature, I'm influenced on doing what you like. Porter, teach me how to do that. Like, you're the first person that I met from areas that I grew up that speaks professionally and is of this stature. This, you like hip hop, you like. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like, but you speak so well, and I'm not talking about.
I have a lisp though.
Right. He has a list, but you speak very professionally. It is not like corporate. It's just like you know how to project. I'm not even talking professional. It's more about your projection. Pronounce. It's things like
deliver.
That. And I learned that from you just by being around you.
Right.
By nature, I had to. You know what I'm saying? You pull me up on certain things. Sometimes I'm like, yo, what did I say wrong?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just. That it is what it is. But then you start figuring out what you like being around certain things.
Yeah.
Because I was around people and I'm like, I don't like this, but I didn't know who else to be around because I didn't have any other choices.
Right.
So once you find that other choice and you get around other people, now you figure out, okay, this is where I like to be. This is who I am, quote unquote. You know what I mean? And you get active, bro.
You know, you did something months ago in the winter. And you were annoyed at me for the first time, I think. It was very temporary. It was like 60 seconds of true annoyance, and I seen it in your eyes, and it happened to me. It happened to me to somebody else, and I get what it is now. So I'll tell you what happened first. It was me, you, and Joe.
Yeah.
We were eating at the mall. That time we did at the mall, and we bought the suits.
Yeah.
And at that moment, you were really upset watching us eat meat after explaining in depth why you were vegan and what
I think it was the same day though. Like,
yeah, it was the same day.
The same day we're having these deep conversations on why I'm vegan, why I would never go back, why I eat the way I do. And not only did I, explain my emotions on the topic, but we went to dinner or lunch that day and you guys didn't just get fish or chicken. You got the steak. The bleeding red steak. Like, I need my shit medium raw or some shit like that.
So what I understood from it was that you were like, yo, I just explained how bad it is for him. But the reason why you were annoyed is not because we didn't listen to you.
Okay.
The reason why you were annoyed is because you've been, I don't know when it started.
Yeah.
But you've been tweaking your life to consistently improve and get better in all aspects of your life.
Sure.
So when you're in that mode and the person around you is doing something different, it annoys you even if you like that person because you're just like, I just did all this and the person next to me is doing the complete opposite. So that happened to me, and guess what? It was I'm way worse than you. One of my friends walked in a room. There's people in there. He walked in a room with headphones on, and I was annoyed. I'm like, yo, the caliber of man I want to be, I don't walk in a room with headphones. Because my first job when I walk in a room is to set the stage. The way I walk, the way I stand. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The speed of I need to come in the room and demand some type of presence. So if I'm on the phone, I don't want to walk in a room on the phone no more. I'm gonna finish my call outside.
Right.
Because we don't know, but it all matters.
It all matters.
Unless you're amongst friends, you know what it is already.
Yeah.
When you enter a room, it's like you entering a game.
Yeah.
And you're commanding a presence, or you're not, or you're just a flea on somebody else's back.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm so in tuned. I might be overboard. I'm so in tuned with the different things, and I'm like clicking. Let's go. That's why Sunday, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do 2 weeks worth of content for Prada, have it all down. So when we start doing it, we're going 3x the amount of stuff, which opens up a whole nother day to do something else instead of like drag. It's gonna beat me up this one day, but it also could open up, more time for everything else.
Bro, it's all about planning. Got a plan in life, man. I walked in here and then I seen these I never see the tripods up. Never. Ever. Even though it wasn't set up yet, they were in your room set up. Or in the other room set up.
Yeah, I tell you
what. They were standing.
Yeah.
I'm like, with the cameras on, I'm like, that seemed odd to me. But I'm like, oh, you're already getting active.
Yeah.
I figured you did this yesterday.
That was the plan. I called Michelle. No, this is how crazy I was. Last night, I hit Michelle like, yo, can you help me out? Hooking up I want to be done tonight.
Yeah.
I was beat yesterday.
Yeah.
I was beat down. I actually wasn't feeling that great. I went to bed like 9:30, 10 o'clock, right? Now, mind you, the only reason this wasn't all the way set up is because I had to shoot your video first. So I needed the background to look the same, or I would have been done already.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. No, that's good, man. It's all about planning. If you got a vision, you got an idea, you have to plan before you can really execute proficiently. You got to plan it and understand what it is. Like they say, put your thoughts on paper and then it becomes reality, right? So that process alone, just putting it on paper and understanding, oh, this is where I want to go, this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do, will change your life and change your circumstances just by you being able to visually see it. You know what I mean? I guess they call that manifestation.
Right. So, you know, and we should put this down. Because remember I was asking for the map when it came to credit last time?
Yeah.
I think the map for your life comes first.
Yeah.
Because planning is tremendous.
Tremendous.
We were talking about life insurance earlier. And everybody forgets and they push it off, or investing or saving or whatever. Like you push it off, or fixing your credit in the first place. It's 3 months later. But if you write it down, put it in order of importance and plan it, it'll be done.
Yeah.
But I also think, remember how everybody runs and says the typical, you are the average of the 5 people you spend?
Sure.
That's so cool to say. I think really it starts with one. Like get a partner. If you want to lose weight, it's so much easier. We're like, yo, Prada, the next 3 months we're doing this, we're eating this, we're going to shop together, we're going to work out together, we're going to mark down and look at the data and see our results and tweak it to get even better. And you have a partner. So it's like, yeah, the average of 5 people you spend around, but no, you're really the average of 5 people who you go into war with, who you're building with. Yeah, you're with your mom in the morning and you're with this one and that.
Nah, I don't think they meant that. I don't think they meant the mom and everybody else.
It does.
Hell no.
I'll tell you why it is. Because when he said you're the average of the people you're around the most, like you explained this in the beginning. You're influenced by.
True.
Even though you're right. You might just be watching TV with somebody.
You got a point.
You're still being influenced. Who's influenced you the most? The people you spend the most time with. But if you got dogs, and that could be a girl or a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like, yo, I'm going to start asking one of my friends, yo, can we read out loud for 15 minutes a day? And it sounds stupid, right?
Not really. But
guess what?
Yeah.
I want to tape reading out loud because everybody thinks they're good. Or I speak well until that camera's on you and we get to watch it back and you cringe.
Right.
But then guess what? You can improve.
They say if you're not disgusted or at least upset by the person that you were last year when you reflect today, then you're not doing something right.
Woo,
right? Because when you look back, you got to be like, yo, shit, I was doing that last year. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm over that now.
Right.
And every year you should look back and be able to reflect and say, oh, wow, that's crazy I was still doing that last year.
Right.
And even though while we're in the moment, we feel like we're the best version of ourselves or striving to be.
Right.
But 12 months from now, you got to be able to look back and say, wow, I really changed. Otherwise, you're not doing anything. You're not elevating.
So even though you know that information that you just said is true, is that how you always operate? 1, and 2, where do you get? What is your motivation to hold that level of discipline?
It's tough, bro. It's hard. It's crazy, but I think I'm just wired different, and I know a lot of people can't be wired the way I'm wired, but I am like sick with it, bro. When it comes to like even alcohol, right? I know alcohol is a social thing.
Oh, maybe I feel disgusted when I see you drink alcohol and I don't drink alcohol. So maybe I say to Prada, do you know alcohol is bad for you? You know what it's doing to your liver?
But you're not serious about it.
What do you mean?
You don't speak like that. I speak like that when it comes to food. You don't speak like
because
that. Because
I know it's not. Because I know you're not an alcoholic. I know you only drink a little bit. The little bit you actually go out. So what the hell am I talking to you for?
Nah, man. Well, maybe not me. There's others that you see do it much more. And I'm sure you don't be on the case about it.
No.
Right or wrong.
No.
Exactly. I'm on everybody's case.
Well, I'm starting to be on the case.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm starting to be on the case.
But when you drink alcohol, that's a social thing. And, at one point I was drinking heavy. I was out a lot more, hanging out a lot more. And every time you go out, it's like, yo, you drinking? That's what everybody does. So for me, it's like I'm going to slow down with going out because I like to drink. So if I don't go out as much, then I won't drink.
Oh no.
No, check it out. That's where it starts. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but
right?
now you're running from the discipline now.
Yeah,
You
no, listen. you gotta.
I don't like wiping my ass either, but I gotta take a shit sometimes.
You gotta know yourself, bro. Listen, you gotta know yourself. So I'll slow down with going out, but not going out also helps you in other places as well, right? Because now you can focus and learn things at home and understand what else to do with yourself and with your time.
I'm not gonna let you go too far.
I got to.
No.
I got to.
When you go out, you're probably out for 3 hours out of how many hours in a week?
No, but listen, this is how I got to this point, though. This is how I got to this point.
So it helped your mindset.
Yes. Okay. Initially, bro, I was going out every night.
Yeah. Oh,
Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, I don't care what the day.
Okay, that's why.
We outside.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to fall back from that. And then while I started going outside, I started realizing, well, I was at the crib. I was good. I didn't need no liquor. I'm outside hanging out for 3 hours, 4 hours. Why do I need liquor when I know I got to wake up the next day? It's really about the next day. Back to planning. Back to planning, right? I start planning. I'm like, my next day, I'm hurting every day, right? I'm hurting bad from a hangover, whatever the case may be. And I got to get on phone calls. I got to do so many. I'm talking to staff. It's crazy for me, right? I can't be lagging. I can't be delayed. I can't be lazy on these calls. So instead of drinking tonight and hurting tomorrow, I'm just going to chill with the drinking, even if I'm out, because I'm planning for tomorrow.
Right.
That's how I got to this point.
Right.
Because I'm thinking about later, not just right now in a moment.
Right. You killed that because it is about tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening to me sometimes. So I don't even drink anyway. But just not being at 100% and being tired can throw you off from performing as well.
Sure.
So even I know every Tuesday when we do content day and podcast day, I schedule the 6:30 a.m. physical therapy for my shoulder.
Okay.
So I know Monday ain't nothing popping at nighttime. Because if I don't feel good, full of energy, I can't make it through the whole day going back and forth with content, set up all these cameras, all these lights, all these microphones, and then
I don't know if you even know how much motivation and how much energy you give me. Because if I come, I don't want to come and do content every week, bro. Right. I could be somewhere else, but I know we need to do it for the business, the overall, mission that we're on. So at the end of the day, when I come and you got the energy, I'm like, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing me, you're driving me. So if I come and you're like, yeah, Prada, go ahead. Three ways to fix your credit. I'm like, all right, what are we doing here, man? I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Right. But I need that from you. So it's not just about you, bro. You know what I mean? You're driving the ship. Like, you got me. You got Joe. You got everybody when we come on Tuesday. So yeah.
And Michelle.
Let's not forget Shells, right?
You need a camera where you can press the button and go, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's a good one.
Yeah, because I think it's so, I'm understanding now.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to explain because I've listened to every motivational speech that's on YouTube from everybody.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense until you feel it. Then you're like, I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
And you're an engine. Your body's an engine. You got to feed your engine right. You got to exercise your engine right. Then your brain starts working better. When your brain starts working better, you start thinking better. When you start thinking better, you start understanding what you're supposed to be doing.
The wisdom comes from age too, right? You're getting up there finally. No? We were out the other night.
Oh, here we go.
This young lady.
Whoa!
She looked like she was about 40, I ain't gonna lie. The young girl, she looked like she could have been in her 40s, but she was like 26. And she's like, there's no way he's 40.
I get carded 2 to 3 times every time we go out. Not from bouncers.
For sure.
Not from bartenders. Regular people who don't believe my age tell me to show me their license.
For sure.
And the girl looked like she was 5, 6, 7 years older than me.
No, for sure.
And she was like 24.
She was 24. Yeah, listen, they beating themselves up out here, man. Y'all got to slow down. Slow it down.
And you know what? For a couple months, I was a little, not down, but feeling weird about saying 40. I'm like, wait a second. I'm wearing this like a badge of honor. Because I'm about to be the most fit 40. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be the most successful 40. I don't know. Elon, I'm going to go crazy. But anyway.
Yeah, the most successful 40 out of Old Bridge, man.
But
Shout out to OB.
But the whole thing is like, yo, bro, every age you're at, if you're the man, the rest don't matter.
Right.
If you're that woman, the rest don't matter.
Right.
They don't look at Leonardo DiCaprio and be like, ew, you're old. They're like, please be my boyfriend. I know you're gonna dump me in 6 months, but please be, because he's a man. Just become king. That's it. Then you could pick whatever you want to pick. Whether it's a house, whether it's a partner, you're gonna have your pick of the litter because you became that one in the million.
100%, man.
You became him. You became Timothy McVeigh.
Timothy McVeigh. Gotta relax.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta relax, man. So what's up with the current news, man? That's how this podcast stuff works. You talk about current news
Prada,
and stuff
the
like
only
that.
reason I would love to talk about current events and laugh and have a great time, and then Michelle could put on YouTube, Prada says, you know, whoever is crazy, Kim Kardashian, but we can't do it because you're so locked in with making money and becoming the richest guy with the wacky haircuts on planet Earth that you know nothing about current events, you know nothing about current pop culture, nor do you care. So it's really hard. I know everything.
Try me.
Try you. Okay. I didn't come prepared. I didn't come prepared.
Bro, I walked into the spot before when we were setting up the podcast. You got what's the song? Is that
You see what I mean? You know what's the song? Yo, I'm supposed to be the old one here. He's like, I walked into the spot and they was playing some hippity hop. Prada was like, I walked through the spot. We were playing some hippity hop. You know the thing the kids be listening to. And I'm supposed to be the old one.
Oh God.
Age ain't nothing but a number. Yo, Drake's supposed to be dropping his album this week. What's it called?
Drake was my guy too.
All the Dogs. It's called All the Dogs.
All the Dogs?
Yeah. Or For All the Dogs.
I haven't heard a Drake album since like if you're reading this, it's too late or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not that far back. It was like 3 years, right? 4 years.
No.
Damn.
He done dropped like at least 3 projects in between this and that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Still my dog.
But we commend you because if you weren't doing what you're doing, you know, instead
Bro,
of listening to
I'm
Drake.
changing lives, bro. I'd much rather be here than where I was when I was listening to all them Drake records. You know what I'm saying? I'm leading the pack, man. I got a whole lot of people depending on me at this point.
Perfect,
You know what I mean?
perfect segue. Because my response is I listen to some of those Drake songs and other artist songs to give me motivation because one of my problems is I forget how the end result is going to make me feel. Right? So when you listen to music and someone's being braggadocious and they're talking about a big yacht, you can't tell me I'm not in that big yacht at the moment I'm listening to the music. When we were here and I was playing Drake and him jump on stage and there was 10,000 people jumping up and down,
there.
I was there.
No, I've seen.
I want that as my end result.
Yeah, for sure.
So it triggers me. I call it my medicine. I was even going to make a book to put on my coffee table. I don't know the title, but it's just like, make sure you take your medicine. Meaning like, we're not talking about the vitamins and stuff because certain things trigger me to get excited to want to work harder, longer, and be more attentive and more disciplined. Some people, maybe you, some people don't need that. Me, I'm like, what am I doing this for anyway? What are we working so hard? What is the point of this? But sometimes when I hear a certain thing or see a certain thing, I'm like, oh, I'm about to go hard for 8-9 hours. I don't know. It's just my little piece of
I don't know, man.
medicinal motivation.
I just like
Ooh,
I like
medicinal motivation.
that's tough.
Well, that sounds like drugs, but go on.
I like to spend the money on things that motivate me. I think that's what it is. Like I want to get back to being able to take that vacation or send my kid to that school he wants to go through that training that costs $1,000 extra a month. That's my motivation. And if I'm not working, I know I can't do that. So it's like there's no choice for me. There's no other option. I just got to do it. You know what I mean? So
what when it comes to buying things and what do you call, what's another term for extra income? What's that term for extra income? Come on, this is part of getting smarter.
Leisure money? I don't know. Extra money? What?
No, there's a term for it. Someone's putting in the comments right now, like, "Hey, dummies!" It's called. But I like that. What do you look? And this is just
called
for fun.
FU money. No,
FU money is the big dog.
Okay.
I'm just talking about like extra money that like what do you want to buy? That's not the stupid, crazy stuff, but like, what do you buy that makes you feel like, or what do you want to buy that's going to give you that extra little? Do you buy things that give you extra motivation because you have them?
Nah.
Really?
Absolutely not. It's either go hard or go home or go homeless. That's pretty much how it goes.
But you don't ever buy something that gives you more motivation?
Bro, what's the price point? Because
it could
Rollie gives me motivation. I'll buy that. I bought one. I sold one. I bought two. I kept one. Like,
okay,
that's what I like to do. I like to wear my money sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. So, I'll buy something like that. Is that what you mean by motivation?
That could be it for you. I'm gonna keep it funky. Sometimes I feel like small things. I feel like when I go, and this is gonna sound crazy to people.
Tell me buying an ice cream motivates you, bro, so I could get up and go.
No, just having my clothes. Like, I want all my clothes to either be new or quality where I still feel new.
Okay. Yeah.
I want my socks. That day one sock, that first slide on. That when you pop that tag, it never feels like that again. Once it goes in the wash, once it goes in the drive, I want that day one. I'm doing this for socks, bro.
No,
I'm doing this whole thing for socks.
You're not. All you need is someone to make sure you keep your sock drawer full with some new socks, bro. That's nothing that you got to worry about. You're worried about the wrong stuff. You have a problem with delegating. That's your real issue. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this.
Wait, before we get to the meat and potatoes of me having problems with delegation, let me just say, this is how rich people talk. That's how you know there's a money gap here. My man says, I need someone to delegate somebody to make sure my sock drawer. We're not talking about work, podcast, social media content. I need to hire someone to make sure my sock drawer is brand dandy new.
Bro, that same person could be the same person that comes and cleans up your house once a week. Hey, when you come and clean up my house once a week, while you're sitting here, just use this credit card right here and order me some socks. Simple. They're coming to your house every week anyway. It's not a new position, a new job. No, it's just add this on top of that.
This is why I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure we have a down-to-earth view of what's going on here. And
I hope I see him
people are out here starving, yeah? People are out here saying,
bro,
when's the last time you said, give me 20 regular?
Probably when I was driving somebody's
right
regular car around the corner.
Every time
somewhere.
You pull up, what do you say? Fill me up.
Fill me up.
Right.
Plus or super.
People still say, yo, give me 30.
I do.
You give me 15.
I do 20 regular.
Why?
I do 20 regular when I'm taking back the rental car.
That doesn't count.
It is like
I'm saying your own vehicle.
3, 4, 4.
I'm saying your own vehicle. When's the last time you were like, yeah, give me about 3321?
Hit the change comes. Hold on, let me see.
No, you say there people still do that because everyone has their own financial situations, which is why getting to the other side. We're not saying get rich. Yeah. I think that's the mistake too.
Yeah.
I think people look at people like you online and they think of, oh, that's the money guy, that's the get rich guy. How about just get like financially stable guy?
Bro, listen, if anybody looks at my page or sees anything that I'm promoting and thinks, oh, that's the get rich guy, his head's above the clouds or his head's stuck in the clouds somewhere, you got me all wrong because I could have been doing lifestyle posts from the beginning.
Oh, I got to transition.
I was doing. I'm him in real life before online. I just got online in like last 2-3 years.
You know what's funny?
You know what I mean?
I think you used to be him right before you met me. You were him.
I was super him, and you broke me down. You broke me down. I was making my music. I was doing everything I wanted to do. I was living life. I was driving all the cars and everything I wanted to do. It's like, nah, you can't do none of that no more. If you're gonna pursue this online, you have to have one niche look. You have to wear a suit. I gotta delete all your music stuff. I'm like, bro, who is this guy?
Cool. Did it work?
It worked like a charm. It worked like a charm. You know what I mean?
Yo, but here's my thing. Having your niche is one thing. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But I do think we need to do lifestyle posts. Not because you crave that, because you really don't care, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell anybody that
that I drive a Camry and I come to work and the transmission is tripping.
Yo, this guy,
bro. I don't mind. I don't care. I'll pull up to I probably won't pull up to the event in the Camry because I could go switch that up. But I'm coming to you. What am I doing? I'm not him. I'm not impressing people. Like, I do it when I want to do it for me.
Well, that's the right thing to do. You're living in your own light, in your own mind. You make decisions based on what you need and want for you.
Yes.
I think for marketing, that is an
marketing
issue.
is no good.
Because as stupid as it sounds, everyone's not like you. Everybody runs and watch what Kim Kardashian does and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
They want to see Prada in
that
a
big
all
toy.
black,
Yes.
matte black Range
Yes.
Rover
Yes.
with the big. They want to see
Which we
that.
have.
Because guess
Yes.
what? Just like I said, Drake, the music, and what do you buy to make you feel good? Sometimes people see you and what you have as the motivation for them.
True.
So
This
even
is
though
true.
you're in a room and you're dropping serious gems that could change their life, bro, they're like this, swiping on social media.
Yep.
Now, if you pull up in something yellow
Yep.
with no top on it, they're like, ooh, car. And all of a sudden they're like, damn, how does he get it?
Yep.
Maybe I should actually listen and retain this
Bro,
information.
one of the dudes online, I think we started changing up just the ambiance, the atmosphere, or the aesthetics.
We started shooting
here,
Yeah.
right? Because we were shooting in the office for the first 12 months of being online. And as soon as we switched up the scenery, it's like, about time you start showing the life. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because you see some lights coming out the ceiling, and
he's
you
right.
know what I mean?
But
Some
he's
good
right.
leather couches.
Because you got to understand, we're looking at per post.
Yeah, man.
Which means it's visual. We can't forget that even though we're telling you how to make $1 bajillion, it's visual. If you were writing a gazelle, I bet you didn't want to swipe away. If you were like, here's 3 ways to make sure you get at least a 750 credit score, they'd be like, oh my God, share it with everybody. Like, that is part of it. You don't got to go crazy like that. That's for me. But
right, definitely.
But I that is part of the thing. And I think, like, right now, I just came up in my head because you like Rolex and you have Rolexes. We should do a Rolex post.
Sure.
Like, I think this is a Rolex.
I got a big issue.
Or a watch post. Like,
yeah,
these are the watches you should have depending on how much you make.
Sure.
Bro, mad people are going to argue with you or agree with you, but it's super cool. And it's still
like
money involved.
Yeah.
It's still lifestyle.
Yeah.
You're still giving facts. And every man likes a nice watch.
Absolutely. I agree.
So with that said, since you're into watches, my man Shaq's into watches.
Yep.
I'm into watches, but I feel like I can never afford the cool ones that I want, right?
Soon come.
Yeah, it's coming. I want the green face Rollie.
Okay.
Oh,
I showed you?
It's in your pocket?
No.
It looked dusty.
Did I? Oh, you seen the one?
Or you got to take better pictures.
You seen the one?
Yeah. 9,000.
It's for sale? No.
Okay.
You got it for $9,000. Not 90 neither.
Okay, 10,000.
Yeah, 10 to 15. 10 to 15 in that
So tell me, I know this is off, but it still has to do with money in the watch post, but like does it matter what type of watch a man wears?
Yeah. It depends. Definitely depends where we at. If we're in the gym, obviously it doesn't matter, right? But if we're out, we're at that event, and you come through, if you come through with the G-Shock on, I'm looking at you like, the G-Shock? But if you hit me with the Apple Watch, I might not know where you're going.
That's terrible, bro.
Listen, because the Apple Watch is like, it's one of those watches where you really can't tell who's behind it. I'm trying to tell you, bro. If you wear the G-Shock, I know you're on some bullshit, though. You're just not ready.
Okay, so let's get off the G-Shock and the Apple.
Okay, let's step it up.
I like G-Shock. The G-Shock's for the gym and for other stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm trying to say is take the Apple out of it because that's a technology.
Okay.
People wear that because it's technology.
Exactly.
Not because it's a watch, right?
Sure.
So my thing is if I'm at an event, women, men, money.
Yep.
Networking.
Yep.
If I have a great looking suit, don't worry about the price. It could be a $200 suit, but I had it fitted right and I'm looking great. Yep. And I have a beautiful looking Seiko on. Am I trash? Or what does it, let me stop. Not that I'm trash. What does it say or not say?
Bro, it says that you're either the feds, you're the CIA, you in here trying to infiltrate.
Why you say that?
Because, they'll put the right clothing on you, but they can't fake the watch.
Don't they confiscate people's jewelry?
Right? Because you come and, they could dress you up, but they're not going to spend 40 grand, 50 grand on a Rollie for you just to look apart. So I'm like, who is this guy? And I'm not saying you got to be an authority, but at the same time, it's like, He's not one of us.
I wish we had women on this panel right now, but Michelle, you can, they can't hear you, but like what is, so what's the lowest, what's the entry watch to be like,
bro, it's either no watch or the watch. That's it.
Oh my God.
That's how it goes.
This is
bro.
the rich people out of
There's
touch.
no watch or
again.
the watch. That's it. Why would you do anything in between? You got your iPhone to look for the time. You gonna pull up the fossil and impress
wrong.
who? Who you impressing with the fossil?
I need you to rethink this, yo.
Listen,
you are
man.
You are pushing away 98% of Americans right now.
No watch or the watch.
What?
And it doesn't
There's
have to be
plenty of nice looking watches.
All right, I like the
That
Movados. Movados are cool, but we're still talking about expensive watches here, though.
No, you are.
So give me a name.
How much is a Movado? I don't like Movado.
That's a nice watch, bro.
Yeah. How much is a Movado? $1,000?
$1,000. See, that's low key right there.
But that's okay.
That's cool. Like I see you with a Movado, I'm like, all right, you might not really care about watches, but he spent $1,000 on a watch, bro. We're talking about a timepiece.
So he actually
here.
cares.
He cares.
So is it a watch or is it the money amount you spent?
A little bit of both.
Because
at a certain point, the money is gonna equate to the quality of the watch.
You got fake Rolexes for sale I could buy?
Not me.
I'm just kidding. Not me. But I know a guy. So wow. So I guess I don't like Movado, yeah.
I wouldn't use Movado.
You know what's funny? I've seen cheap watches that look better than Movados. That's why it's like, bro.
I'm one of them guys. I know we did a post earlier. Stay away from designers. Stay away. It's kind of saying stay away from name brand things, right? But I'm one of them. Like when it comes to the watches, I need the name brand. Oh,
that's a different thing.
Oh, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's a different
thing.
But
I'm stuck there. I'm like, listen.
And also, if you get a Rolex, it's holding its value at
Absolutely. Least. I paid $40,000 for this Rolex. When I did, everybody was looking at me like, not why did you do it, but damn, you did that? Yeah, I did that, right? Big face joint, presidential.
Did it come with the
41.
diamonds or you put them there?
I put the bezel on. I could pop it right off. You know, I'm still hip hop, man. So I put the diamonds on it. But nonetheless, I still have the original dial that's going to, go right back to plain Jane.
Right.
Cool. I checked it out recently. It was like 70,000. It was they wanted to offer me $70,000. But I'm like, wow. And I didn't know I was making an investment at the time. I was just being hip hop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But hip hop has his value.
Yeah, I need to get myself a rolly with a dabber wrench. I know those guys.
You don't know them guys.
I do.
You don't know them guys.
Damn, you done messed me up now. I never cared about a watch.
You got to get a watch, Porter.
I am the watch.
You are.
Because when I walk in, it's my time.
Okay. That's pretty
That
was good. He's good on his feet. This guy is good.
Listen, maybe I'm special, but when I walk in a room, everyone remembers me. I can have a Seiko, a Jayco, a Heiko. You know what I'm saying? I can have a Shinobi, a Ryu, a Ken, a Blanca.
Listen.
I'm him.
Listen.
Timothy McVeigh.
Yes, because for one, you're not going for the money. You just told me if you had $40 million, if I took $35 million away from you just so you could perform on stage, you'll be fine. You're not about money, bro.
Yo, so
it's a big difference.
Right. What I said was, yes, if I had 40 million and you took 35 million away from me, for me to be performing at that level in front of 12,000 people and be in the position where I can do so, and I have only $5 million left, I would absolutely take that. Why? Because money can't buy that
experience. Yeah,
that drug that you're hitting. And guess what? If I'm performing in front of 12,000 people, how long is it going to take for me to get right back to that 40 while doing what I love?
Well, I thought you was just saying you're good. Period.
No, I'm not going to stay there.
All right.
But if you had to put me back 35 million to be exactly what do we? This is what the whole podcast is really about, right? Mm-hmm. What are we doing this for? Mm-hmm. So you can put your kids in better schools, better classes, better things that they need. Mm-hmm. Put your family in position, mom, dukes, whomever, right? But after you have enough to do that, what are we doing this for? I don't understand, because I know people personally that got 30 mil on them, 50 mil on them, and all they do is more of what we're doing. And that's what I like about you, because you bring up a lot of things that are enjoyable that aren't the regular. You'll be like, yo, I saw this dude horseback riding. We should go horseback ride.
No, for sure.
Well, you said pottery, but I didn't want to make you look soft on the pod. I didn't want to make him look soft on the pod, so I turned him into a cowboy. I want to go home.
Yo, I came through like, we got to go feed the llamas. Remember that?
Prada's pottery class. If anybody wants to join Prada's pottery class, like $45 a person. I think we're doing it in Metuchen at the Plant Store.
Bro,
Terrace.
listen, man. It's all about experiences,
I agree.
bro. That's it. This is why we're here on this life. Whether you could afford high-level, expensive experiences, or you just want to walk and have, and what we call it, grounding. You want to do grounding, put your feet in the sand and feet on the grass. This is about the experience, bro.
I agree.
So, you know what I mean? This is what we're chasing it for. So the people, whether they got money or they don't have money, they're not chasing the experience. So that's why they feel like they're not living. I go for the experience. Whether I got money, no money, I've been broke, I've been up, it doesn't really matter, man. I'm always living. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm comfortable being around the people I'm around, making sure they're good or just being around. Listen, I still got a spot with my mom, bro. Like, I got a room somewhere where I could just go and be living with my mom, and I'll be there for weeks at a time because I love that experience, right? I'm not one of those people that want to stay away from the family. Like, I want to be around the family, so I'll go and just be there. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you spent a week or two with just mom? Like,
my mom's coming tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying?
She's
but you're about the experience, so you understand. You know?
That's another thing that bothers me too. Like, I see, and I think it's a cultural thing, and I just noticed we left the AC on the whole time. I don't know if that's gonna affect us. We ice cold in here, just like the watch. Bling blah, 40 grand on his wrist. Hello? Okay, I'm good. The thing that I've been thinking about as I become more interested in experiences, whether they're regular down-to-earth everyday experiences or the big ones, is why in black families do we like spread out?
And you kick the 18-year-old out.
And you could comment, tell me if I'm bugging, but like when I see Italian families, it's about, they spread out like 10 miles away. They don't go to like, they don't spread out throughout the U.S., at least in the beginning, maybe later when they get older, but Indian and Italian,
Spanish. You know, my Dominican poppies, my Dominican friends, they be all in the same crib. You know what I'm saying? The Indians, the Mexicans all in the same crib. The Chinese all in the same crib. But us? Well, not even just us. Because there's certain type of blacks, right? You got African Americans. Then you got, you know, overseas Americans, which is like a Haitian American, a Liberian American, Nigerian American, Jamaican American, or whatever the case may be, and they still have those same values that they had overseas.
So it's a black American thing.
I ain't gonna say that, but I've seen it more happen within the black American community. Whereas, like, as soon as you're 18, get out there. I couldn't wait till his ass turned 18 to get him out the house. Yeah. Like, why?
But even way past that, when people are 25, 30 years old, I see there's less coming together on a regular basis. It's like Thanksgiving, everybody down. Christmas, everybody down. It's like you don't like them. Like, they're not likable people.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because that's why I come back to, what are you doing this for?
Right.
That's how I get sometimes. I'm like, damn, like, I worked on the Friday. I worked on the Saturday. I worked on the Sunday. Now it's Monday. Now it's Tuesday. Yo, bro, what is the point? I'm going to sit in the house and stare at my Rolex?
So but I'm saying you got to go back to the experiences. You're not putting experiences in there. And this is why
we're going horseback riding.
I feel like if everybody worked or if everybody had a job, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. Let me pull back a second. If we all had some type of setup where, listen, those that could afford it did it. Those that couldn't, they had to work in order to look up and say, hey, one day I'm going to be like a Porter or Prada and be able to fly out and do my thing, right? So we all got our own businesses. They're all running. We're all doing what we do. Now we can control when we can take those trips. Now we can control when we can have those experiences. But when you're working a 9 to 5, you cannot fathom or imagine when you can take those trips until your employer says, hey, I'll let you go. You know what I'm saying? But you get conditioned to just stay in that mode of working every day. Like you said, it was Monday, now it's Tuesday, now it's Wednesday. It's back again. It's the same old routine. And you have a business, but you're just bad at delegating. That's a different story. You know what I mean? But for everyone else that have businesses and are working on the business, not in the business, we can live and have experiences, man. So you're looking at the majority of the people versus the 1%ers like me, right?
Yeah, why would I look at 1% of anything?
Well, because
if I looked at everyone who was only left-handed, then all the 90% of right-handed.
well, those left-handed people are still great, and they're human beings, and they did something right.
Yeah, but we're not gonna produce.
No pun intended.
This many.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're a righty, look and see what the hell that lefty's doing. It's simple. None of this stuff was just made up yesterday. It was all written, and you could go ahead and read it and do it again and again and again. So if you see someone's doing it right and you aspire to be like that, study them. Study their moves. They didn't create them. They didn't just come up with it yesterday, right? And you can follow that same path, that same trend, and duplicate it.
You know what I think is the first step to that? And it might sound crazy. Beyond studying them, ask them if you could shadow them.
Bro.
Feel the energy.
How many room. you come
Prada, could I help you for a day?
You come from the music industry. How many people, big name celebrities, moguls that we know right now, they said, they started off as a driver.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just driving them around. I was just driving Quincy Jones around. I was just holding his bags, whatever the case may be. But they got in the room, they got in the door, and they figured out what to do from there. Most people are just watching from afar, scared to say anything. Oof. You're just watching. Like, come on, get in there.
And that's how you get the energy. That's how you learn on the fly.
Yep.
And how about that's how you get networking.
Yep.
That person's going to pick you because you've been around. You know what, man? We got to start doing some events beyond the events.
Okay.
So when I'm talking about, we should start like a Porter versus Prada like experience day.
Okay.
Like when we go horseback riding,
okay,
we invite some of the listeners.
I like it.
It's just to like go do something.
Humanize.
Yeah, humanize.
Shit. Like the only time you want to speak to me is when I could offer you some financial assistance.
Right.
Like, damn, I mean, I get that, but after that point, it's like we're still human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And with that said, man.
With that said,
you
gotta close it out right then, man.
I gotta close today?
Yeah, hell yeah, you're in my seat.
So what you want to say first? You got anything to say first?
No. You never have anything to say.
I do. I do, only because I'm feeling good. I would say, man, if you ain't feeling good, get around some people who are. Because energy is contagious. People are contagious. And if they're making you sick, you need to move on to some healthy people in some healthy places, in some healthy environments, and become the new you, the better you, the improved you, and stay on your path. It's going to be okay.
Let's get active.